going to safely assume that you have been following me for a bunch of time. And by now, you most probably became a high-value man. Because if you apply the mindset that I delivered on this channel in every single video, then you've built yourself into a goddamn weapon. Into a guy that when you walk into society, people stop to look at you. You're a goddamn wonder when you're walking down the street, because there is no man that is as elegant as you are. There is no guy that treats himself in the way you do. And there isn't a person on this specific street that you're walking that has that high self-esteem because you took the right decisions. And so most probably you tried approaching women on the streets, in clubs, and now you're thinking to yourself, but what if I am becoming this guy that is more elegant, more charismatic, more high value, and hence for that reason I would like to treat myself in a better way by being a bit more, by bringing more quality into my life. Which means that my time is very important, so I do value my time and I do not want to waste it on women that are not worth it. And so in this video, I'm going to make it clear for you. I'm going to give you 5 ideas of 5 different places that you most probably haven't thought about, where you can actually go and you can actually meet very elegant women that think in a different way, that are not some fucking sluts, and that will be very grateful to come into your house and to be your wife, if that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking for sex or casual relationships, once again, you need those women that have a different mindset than the usual what you meet every single day on the streets or in the clubs. So, without further ado, the first place I would like you to give it a try, to experiment, is a wine tasting area. You want to go to these wine tasting events, you can find them online, you can find them in your city, you can find them in specific resorts or hotels. In this wine tasting environment, think about the topics that you can actually approach. Not only that, but think about the women that you will find over there. What are they about in life? Most probably they're women that dress elegantly. They are more reserved sexually, which gives them value. They don't have a stupid, ugly past. Most probably, yeah, you need to find out this. Of course, it's subjective, but most probably, her past is not that dirty as a girl that just goes to the club every single night. Now, she's not over there to get drunk. She's not over there to get pissed on herself by drinking until she's drunk, she hits the floor. No, she's not going to do that. So think about it. In a wine tasting event, you are most probably interested in the essence of the wine, in the history of the wine, in the legacy that that specific winery has built over the years. You're very interested in how old it is and how they keep maintaining the brand. And therefore your subjects, the things that are discussed over there makes a person way more interesting. So this woman is here to cultivate herself on these things. In regards to going on the streets, where she's thinking only about the groceries that she needs to do, or about the job, or about her fucking ex, now that is an issue you have, because you got a simple woman with a simple mentality. And if you reach a certain caliber in your life as a man, then you want to treat yourself in a different way. Am I right? So this is where you find different women with different mentalities. The second tip I have for you is to go and see some art expositions. Once again, it's a different environment. And think about it, in an art exposition event, you will find women that wear certain gala dresses. You will find women that are really elegant. You will find women that walk on high heels. They don't walk on stupid army boots like they do nowadays. You will find women that most probably have a certain financial situation, so that's okay. They're not going to be over there to just fish money from you. You will find women that, once again, are specifically interested in other topics than the girl that is usually just pumping drugs into her veins in the club, or alcohol until she's goddamn drunk. The other thing you will discover is that women that are usually attracted by art, they tend to be very sexual. And I'm not saying she's slutty, no. But she has a tendency of flirting sexually. She has a tendency of teasing you in a very sexual way. And another thing, a beautiful thing you will discover in this specific environment, she is very feminine. You will never see a masculine woman going to an art exhibition. You will never see that. And so because of this, I highly recommend you go and you try this. Okay, you give it a try. Now the third location I have for you, of course, you most probably are very aware of this, but you have these business conventions, business combo. You go over here and somebody is public speaking, doing a public speaking event on the scene. Maybe they talk about networking and whatnot. Once again, you will find different women, but I do want to address something. The women over here, you must understand, feminism was taught to women, was not for women, was just simply taught to women. And so a woman never in her life wants to build a career. She is forced to do this because of certain events in her life. In the absence of a man, she needs to become the man. Like guys, in the absence of a woman, they usually become the woman. They go into these low vibrations, feminine energy. Now, what you're gonna find most probably in the business event, you will find women that dress in a certain way with a very masculine energy. They usually tend to be extremely tense. They usually tend to have a subtle arrogance and a subtle superiority. They will put themselves on a pedestal simply because of the situation. They will try to have a certain authority with you, and they will try to play a game of dominance with you. So this is the thing, it's the most challenging event is this one, because you gotta have masculine energy, you gotta have high self-esteem, high confidence, and understand your worth and value. You gotta know who you are, because first of all, she's not gonna give you authority just because you walk up to her. But if you can prove by what you are, the masculine frame that you're holding, you know how to carry a conversation, you know how to behave yourself with your body language, you know how to carry yourself, you know how to address things, you are dressing in a way, you are communicating with others from a place of power and a place of clarity. Now this will give you authority. So I highly recommend you do try this, assuming that you have been working on yourself, not like most guys not doing shit with their lives. Now the next place I want to suggest to you is to go to elegant lounges. You will find these all over around your city, or if you don't have them in your city, then simply take a train, take your car and go in a different city, in a bigger city, in the capital if you need. You either try those lounges or you go into a hotel lounge, but there is a condition to this. You do this until 11 o'clock in the night. You do not want to approach women in these places or other places after 11 o'clock in the night. And the reason I'm saying this, think about it. What exactly are you doing that is high value or quality after that specific hour? So let's take women, for example. What do they do after that specific hour? Well, they must be confused. Instead of being in bed, getting the quality sleep, being sober, being lucid about the objectives that they have, being at home, no, they're risking their life by going half naked on the streets, and then they're complaining that they are being raped by some low value guy, God knows where. Or they go into clubs, they drink themselves to death, they are drunk, they are pissed, they piss themselves. Well, it doesn't look to me like after 11 we are doing quality things. It looks to me that we are, the people that are out after 11, they are people that are confused, they usually tend to be losers, or they go into a self-destructive mindset over there, because what you do, you're consuming alcohol, drugs, you're smoking, or you're just wandering around, God knows why, because most probably you do not have a life. A guy that is calculated and has a life, he's at home. By 11 o'clock, he should be sleeping, because he has activities, he has objectives, he has places to be, he has an hour, a specific hour to wake up and to do the things that he has to do. So you see, we're talking about a lucid guy over here, as well as we're talking about a lucid woman. And now the last thing I want to mention is you could go to specific spas and retreat places like of relaxation, where you can have a spa session, you have a massage, you have a sauna maybe, things like that. Now, subjective, you might find girls that have OnlyFans or are Instagram models, or you might find girls that are doing video chats over there. So you must you must talk to them, you must communicate and be very curious about them. And if you find that these are the girls that you found over there, you just simply skip them, because they will bring only chaos in your life. These are women that fish for money and nothing else. These are women that are not worth mentioning to your son, by the way. So you want a girl that is reserved sexually, that has a certain mindset, that understands the guys that have dignity and integrity. You want a woman that has a specific value to what she is, not what she has to offer, like tits and ass. And so with that being said, as you can see, we are already overcoming 10 minutes of this video, and I would like to hang out with you for hours and hours. But the problem is, a lot of people will skip the video and you will get bored to death. So what you need to understand, in my description of this video, you have my email address. Contact me to set some coaching up, because there's a lot of information lacking in this video. How do you approach the women in that specific place? How do you work on your self-esteem, confidence if you feel like you can't go to those specific places? You should work on that. How do you flirt with her? How do you carry the conversation? What do you do if she nags, or she's trying to disqualify you, or she's telling you are not the right option for her? Where do you bring her after that experience, by the way, in case you're successful? There are so many levels to this, and I can only talk about that in coaching specific to you, because I need to get to know you. So I am assuming that your time is important, you are treating yourself as a high value guy, your life is worth it, and you are treating yourself as the highest quality on the market. Actual market value should be high. And so because of that, I am assuming I'm talking to a man, not a little boy that all the time stays on Tinder, pays money on stupid platforms, stays on Instagram and Facebook. He wants to approach over there because he's a pussy and he can't do it in real life. No shame in that, but understand that you must become a man in case you're not. I will assume you understand everything that I'm talking about here, and I will wait for you to have a look in the description below. Contact me via email and let's set up an interview, and then let's get to know each other and set up a coaching option for you that fits you best. Until next time, by the way, if you have some extra time, I would highly recommend you watch this video. It might help you even furthermore. See ya.